Hello there.
Man, I just had to go ahead and wear black today for the reactions because this is the third one I'm recording today, and we all know what just happened in the last reaction. Libby and Ana Lucia both getting shot and losing their lives. And I just had to wear black today. I just had to wear black because I'll be probably attending their funerals this episode. That's absolutely insane. And in the meantime, in the period in which I recorded the last episode, episode 20, and now recording episode 21, I uploaded my episode 14 reaction. And I've been reading the comments. You know, a lot of people saying, welcome Henry Gale to the show, which is absolutely fantastic because I know what I'm up to, obviously. And only one individual in that comment section currently knows what I'm up to in terms of recording as I uploaded that reaction, and that individual knows who they are at the moment, and they will be smiling watching this reaction too because they probably feel like they're the special one. They probably feel like Walt at the moment. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic seeing the comments, and you know, some of the comments are saying, now this is really where the show begins, with the introduction of Henry Gale. I cannot wait for you to get up to this moment. This is the moment I've been waiting for you to get up to. And you know, I find that, I don't know, some of the comments are a little bit disrespectful to the show thus far because, like, you know, one of the comments said, and don't mean to disrespect, you know, the person who commented it, because it's probably just the excitement of that episode, the excitement of the introduction of that character. But I was like, oh, isn't that disrespecting the show ever since episode 1? Because I feel like ever since episode 1, Lost has been absolutely fantastic. Like, episode 1 is the starting point, you know, one of the best pilots ever for a TV show, in my opinion. And like you guys said in that pilot episode too, one of the best introductions to a show ever. I believe one of the most expensive, or the most expensive pilot episode at the time ever for a TV show. So I feel like, yeah, ever since then, Lost has been fantastic. Like, I don't think you need to say, you know, this is really where the show begins, because it began at that very moment, you know, of that overhead shot of Jack in the jungle waking up, and it was absolutely fantastic. And the roller coaster has been ongoing ever since. So what's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia, absolutely shooting his shot. And today we are up to episode 21 of Lost season 2, titled question mark. I cannot wait to get into this episode. What an intro. One take, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it. Let's have some fun with this thing. And as always, let's absolutely smash it. Let's go. Man, what an ending to last episode. This one's 45 minutes as well. Wait till Mr. Echo hears that Ana Lucia has perished.
What are you building?
That's the ghost of Ana Lucia, right?
Hello, Anna.
Well, hello yourself. So you're gonna tell me? What is it?
I'm building a church
Big up Mr. Echo,
Why the
man.
hell would you want to do that?
because I was told to.
You know what? I thought to myself, I was never going to see Ana Lucia again, like, because I feel like the flashbacks themselves almost completed her story arc last episode. There wasn't, you know, going to be any more of her. I feel like, yeah, I was like, oh, okay. They pretty much, you know, closed it off with Ana Lucia even, you know, sort of mending her relationship with her mother, being on the way back to LA for that. But here we are. Here we are. This could be a Mr. Echo dream. A little hint that Ana Lucia has passed and something has happened, and for him to probably get to the hatch. And, you know, even though I took, you know, like an hour off in between reactions, the theories were boiling up in my mind. I'm just like, I'm going back to the episode, The Long Con, and I thought to myself in that episode, I'm like, you know what? This was a wake-up call from Sawyer for everyone. In terms of how easily he could play him and manipulate him. And last episode, I was talking about this could be an elaborate scheme from the others to get Michael back here, infiltrate them, and get Henry Gale out. The others or Henry Gale themselves, who I predicted, or, you know, have, you know, a bold claim that Henry Gale might be the leader of the others, or the individual he's referring to as him, who he's afraid of. And it might be a warning shot to our survivors. You better be afraid. And I said in that episode, The Long Con, if Sawyer can play these individuals this easily, it is a massive wake-up call to what you're going up against in the others. And, you know, you see it in the episode where Kate was captured in the others, with the others. I'm just like, it's already, you're already underestimating them. You think you could infiltrate them easily. And I said, you know, in one of the reactions today, I believe it was episode 19, Jack needs to be adaptable. You need to have a plan A, B, C, D, E. I use the football manager analogy. He always just goes with the plan A, and if that doesn't work, he's just standing there looking around, waiting for an all-star to pull out something out of his ass, man. Waiting for one of his star players to do something. So, yeah.
Told to by who?
I was just told. I think it was in a dream.
The Lord told
A
me.
dream like this one?
Oh, she pulled out the accent, man.
You need to help John.
Oh, bro, you cannot show me all those flashes, bro.
I think it was in a dream.
A dream like this one?
He put out the accent right there, man. And even he was like, I was like, what?
You need to help John.
Help John. That's interesting. A calling to help John. To help Locke. That might be a situation of helping John get back on track. That is true, brother. Thank you guys for letting me know. Yeah, me.
The work being done in this place is important, Echo. It is more important than anything, and it is in danger. You must help John.
John again.
He has lost his way.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say, because of what Henry Gale has planted in John, like, not planted, but I said it at the end of the last episode, sowing the seeds of doubt in his mind, or questioning what path he is on the island, even with him pressing the button. He's caused so much chaos in John's mind about whether he's, pressed the button. And I feel like this goes back into what I was saying about this whole island, or this Dharma initiative possibly being one big human experiment. You've seen John, usually the most composed individual since the beginning of the show, having this way about the island, and, having some sort of enlightenment on the island, almost some sort of, almost being reborn from the island and having this outlook on it. We sort of lost that John later on this season, or like towards the end of season 2 here, and you've seen that Henry Gale has Russell that has disrupted the Locke we are accustomed to, and he's been having these outbursts, and you saw it with him knocking on the armory door, and you saw the beautiful smile from the actor who plays Henry Gale. That was devilish in a way. He's like, I've got you, this is what I want to upset Locke, because that's possibly an indication that he's most afraid of Locke. He's most afraid of what Locke's capable of, and probably it's almost as if he respects Locke, and he's probably one of the most dangerous individuals he's gonna not come up against, but like he's worried about his smarts, his knowledge, and just his outlook on what the island is and what the island is capable of.
You must make him take you to the question mark.
And I'm sorry to ramble on at the start of this episode. It's just, man, a lot of stuff is boiling up in my mind from just the last few episodes.
John will not want to show you, so you must make him. There are many distractions, brother.
And Locke was drawing a question mark, I believe, a couple episodes ago.
What is done is done.
I feel like that's preparing him for the deaths of Anna and Libby as well. What is done is done.
Echo, bring the axe.
You alright, mate?
I also don't mind Charlie being with Mr. Wrecker.
I need to find John.
Michael, hey! You shot me! He's gone, he ran out! Go! I got him! I was sleeping again. Gunshots, I came out of the bedroom.
Far out.
And there was this guy, he had a gun and... Come on, we gotta get you up, right?
Best actor goes to Henry Gale. Best supporting actor goes to Michael. A whole crime scene, man. A slaughter. Libby might still be alive, hopefully. Potentially.
She's dead.
Oh, mother.
Okay, we gotta get her up.
You see that look?
Back room, okay?
Yo, if she says Michael or points to him, whatever, he's on sight. He's done. Michael might try and intervene here. Listen, I say this about everyone, but I think the actor who plays Michael, obviously, he's fantastic. He's so good. And I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I predominantly know Michelle Rodriguez from the Fast and Furious franchise, and I think in the first film, she's really great, and then obviously, if you have seen the films, you know how the story progresses, and then I think Avatar as well, and a couple other things I've seen her in. But I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I think, Lost might be some of her best work, or probably her best work in terms of, like, performance-wise. I don't know. I feel like she really pulled it together in the last few episodes she was in. And I say this about the character of Henry Gale, or the actor who plays Henry Gale. I can't believe I forgot his name because I just saw it in one of the comments in episode 14. He brings that on-screen gravitas, that on-screen presence. And every time he's on screen, he's absolutely sensational. And his ability to switch up demeanors and mannerisms is absolutely fantastic, and every time he's on the screen, I'm absolutely glued to it for any indications or signs, just in his facial expressions about what he's trying to convey. And I think from, a female perspective, I think Michelle Rodriguez brought that to the show, and that's why I liked her so much. It was a nice switch up to have her. And in just this season alone, we have lost Shannon, now Ana Lucia, and potentially Libby. So that would be insane to lose 3 female characters in one season.
Grant us this mercy, O Lord. We beseech thee. Amen.
That's your mission right there. Locke is your mission.
She's in shock. All right, we gotta keep pressure on this.
Don't tell Hurley, man.
Jack.
Keep pressure on her, okay?
Doesn't look good.
How is she?
I'm doing what I can.
I feel like if Libby goes, right, I'd rather her just have gone the way she did. And I feel like just seeing her suffer like that is going to even make it worse. Just
How long ago? What? When did this happen? How long ago did he leave?
I don't know. 20 minutes, maybe a half hour ago.
We can pick up the
Michael
cell.
Emerson, that's who plays.
Man's got a
Henry
head
Gale.
start, a gun, and he ain't afraid.
He shot 3 of our people. One of them's dead. One of
Who's
them.
gonna take care of Libby while you're off playing Daniel Boone?
John, you have tracking experience, yes?
Yeah.
We will find this trail together.
You find anything, you come right back here, and we figure out what we're gonna do next together.
Thank you. That's how we need to progress.
Let's go, John.
Stronger together. That's how Henry Gale got at you guys when you guys were isolated.
How long has it been since your last confession?
Good question. Too many years for me to even remember. I also forged ID papers for a guy pretending to be a priest.
Hey, yo.
You have it.
What do you do, Padre? Skim from the collection.
Really? He was born 23 August? Any more hints? 23 August, 16 April, 15 April expiry. Really? Is that what we're doing at the moment? Odawu Ulu.
Padre. Skim from the collection plate.
Good morning, Father Tumby.
Good morning, Monsignor. This is Mr. Codwell. He has been helping me arrange my trip.
Father
to the United
Tunde.
States.
I'm sorry, Father, but I've got some bad news. You're going to have to postpone your trip. It appears we have a miracle.
Baba Tunde.
We
But-
were out in the back blocks, and Charlotte must have slipped, and she went into the river, and she's not much of a swimmer. She was dead. And the next day, she woke up.
This must be very early into Mr. Echo's priest career, right? Because at the start when he's doing the confession, he almost he sounded like he didn't want to be there. He's like, let's get this over and done with. Like, I'm doing this all day. How long has it been since your last confession? It's just like
Don't you understand? It's a miracle, a confirmation of faith. Everyone needs to know about it.
Where is
People
your
need...
daughter now?
At home with my husband.
And what does he?
The world needs to know about this. We need to tell the Vatican.
I'm
we
sorry.
need to tell the
We
world.
can't just do that, Mrs. Malkin. The church needs to conduct an investigation before anyone can
this is
be told.
Malkin. Why does that sound familiar?
Father Tundi will start this process if you'll permit him.
You know what? You keep chasing after your own shadow. I'm going back.
I know you do not want to show me, but you must.
No, I don't have to show you anything.
Then I'm sorry.
See, this is how it starts. It's almost as if, in my opinion, like Mr. Echo has become a bit more like Locke, like the earlier Locke. I don't know if that's a good comparison, but or a good analogy. Because ever since, I feel like I was saying before, Henry got into Locke's head and he's become a lot more cynical, I feel like, and he's just, switched up from the philosophical Locke he was earlier on in season 1. That was a bit more mysterious, and he sort of understood what was going on the island. And you guys called out Locke in the episode with Charlie a little bit, fire and water, and I feel like season 1 Locke would have understood Charlie a little bit more and been aware about, the island can do this sort of thing to you in terms of the dreams he was having. And he was quick to jump to that conclusion about, him taking the drugs, when I think, and I think it's quite obvious that, yes, Charlie has been tempted by drugs ever since he stepped foot on the island. But ever since he was, having the withdrawals, I don't think he's touched the heroin at all. Yes, he was saving the stash for a rainy day potentially, but he never touched it. And I think, it was a bit harsh on Locke to sort of come to and jump to that conclusion. It was a bit, I feel like, is it naive is the word? To straight away think that Charlie was back on the drugs when he straight away knew, I think, from the moment he crash landed on the island, that there was something about this island, and it potentially has the capabilities to do that to someone in terms of having these dreams, having these visions. And it did happen with Claire. So yeah, I feel like Locke has become, Mr. Echo has become a bit more like Locke, and he's trying to get Locke on that path to becoming, or to resorting back to the Locke we were accustomed to, and then we'll have 2 of those Locks, which would be crazy, which is what you need going up against the others.
When did you...
Because you were being difficult.
Anna Lucia, your friend, was just murdered, and you...
Anna wants me to help you, John.
Help me do what?
Find the question mark.
You don't even know what you're talking about, do you?
No. This is your hatch, yes?
It's not my hatch.
If the Swan is where we came from, then we go that way.
There's a
shouldn't
central
even be out
hub,
here.
right?
Anna Lucia would still be alive if I just told Jack that Henry attacked her.
Now she wants us to go here, John. She wants us to go here, John, together. She said this in my dream.
Of course.
That's crazy. If Locke just said Anna Lucia would be alive if I just told Jack, that Henry attacked her, which was pretty frustrating last episode, because I feel like that detail like, you know, that not telling Jack that is a major detail left out, just saying, oh, she slipped and he was covering her ass right there. When I feel like a prisoner who you now know is an other, and you know he's trying to manipulate and, you know, cause disturbance amongst you guys, to say that he didn't attack Ana Lucia was a pretty big thing last episode. Just like, you know, he should have said to Jack what Boone's initial injuries were caused from, and maybe Jack would have been able to, you know, not resort straight to fixing the leg, I believe, and, you know, deal with, I think it was, because I think that stopped something with the blood flow with Boone, and he could have attended to the lungs, I believe, or something, with Boone. So yeah, Locke straight away taking responsibility for Ana Lucia, similar to how he came around, I feel like, with Boone.
Tell me, John, haven't you ever followed a dream?
Not even a quarter of a way through this episode. I'm sorry for pausing a lot, but
the Vatican's really interested in this one, eh?
It depends upon what I put in my report.
Well, I mean, it's my day job. I mean, I'm perfectly qualified to be a coroner. I mean, I did go to medical school.
And when did you find out that she was not dead?
During the autopsy.
Eli Roth, man, having troubles here.
During the autopsy.
It's all right. I didn't expect you to believe me. Commencing with the post. This is a clear case of drowning. I'll begin with a thoracic.
Damn, man.
Take it.
Is a coroner meant to be composed and not like,
I don't want to ever listen to that tape again.
I mean, it is someone who's supposed to be dead, just rising like the Undertaker again, so...
You lost already?
Your map is inexact.
No kidding.
These landmarks. Is this a river?
No, it's a wavy line. I didn't draw it, I just transcribed it. I told you, I don't even know if it is a map.
Let's assume it is.
What's the axe for?
I don't know yet.
I was just thought of bidding it. It's for opening something, potentially.
And what made it fall?
Boone. Boone made it fall.
Sad, man.
Then he died. So, what's next?
We make camp, get some sleep, and wait for further instruction.
I need to have another dream. Await for further instruction.
How are they?
Calm down. Finding his trail in the dark's not going to be easy. I'll be back.
She say anything? Libby?
I just realized that, you know, Kate just said finding his trail ain't gonna be that easy, and then I remembered you ain't gonna find his trail because the others leave nothing behind from memory. Yeah, they leave no trail behind. They good at covering their tracks, so there ain't gonna be no way you're gonna find Henry Gale, especially at this time of night. You have no luck whatsoever.
She's still unconscious. Bleeding stopped.
That's good, right?
No. It's not good.
And there's nothing you can...
I can make her comfortable. I don't have what I need.
Why are you looking at me? I gave you all the damn meds 2 days
The
ago.
heroin, Sawyer.
Give me 20 minutes.
So roughly,
Kate's gonna go with you.
Doesn't take two people to carry.
Kate is going with you.
so it takes about 10 minutes to get to the.
What are you talking about? Why would he need me to go with him?
Jacko here knows his heroin's in my stash with the guns. So I can either show you where it's at or let poor Libby suffer. That's pretty much it, Doc.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
So it's about 10 minutes to the stash
Go,
and 10 minutes
fellas.
back. What if Kate just decides not to go? And this is a problem here because you're leaving Michael isolated with Libby. I know Jack's down here still, but...
curious about something.
Yeah, what's that?
How did Ana Lucia get your gun?
I don't know. She must have lifted it off me.
She pickpocketed your gun? How'd she do that?
Well, if I knew how she did it, she wouldn't be able to do it, now would she?
So I'm just trying, and I said it last episode, I'm trying to map out geographically the time it takes to get from where the hatch is to the beach, because clearly at the end of last episode, when they were planning to go back to the hatch, it was maybe afternoon-ish, leading into night, because the beginning of this episode, it's nighttime when they're going back to the hatch. So I'm trying to sort of figure out how much time it takes to get from the hatch, from the beach to the hatch, vice versa. And then when they're going back from the hatch here to the beach, it seems like maybe it's early hours in the morning because they were there all night.
You.
I thought you were taking me to your stash.
You have to make everything so difficult.
It's been here all along.
Just go.
In the most obvious place you would least think of. Oh, he got that John Wick stash, man.
You kept the guns here.
He sleeps under it. Oh, he sleeps over it,
All
sorry.
this time, right under you.
Fooled you, didn't I?
The long con. So it takes about 10 minutes to get from the hatch to the island, right?
Be around?
Oh, to the beach, sorry. Come on, he has a right to know, please. Thank you.
Follow me.
This is the further instructions.
Let me. Wake up, John.
You all right, John?
So the objective is to get to the top of the cliff.
Yeah, I'm fine. You had a dream.
Damn, that was a John dream. That's crazy. So John saw Yemi from the perspective of Echo.
A priest? The man that you saw was my brother.
That's that symbiotic connection.
Your brother. This is why we need to come together.
He's so excited.
This is how we are going to be led and how we will know where to go next.
But I don't know where to go.
He didn't tell you anything.
No, he.
Nothing? Anything?
It wasn't even me. It was you. It didn't.
Wait here.
Echo, it was just a dream. It's not safe.
I can see why Locke would have his reservations, because the last person he told to go climb up that cliff.
Echo!
Yesterday in the church, you said that.
I know what I said. It's just right this minute. It's not a very good time.
Oh!
Get back in the house, Joyce. Get her inside.
Richard, please.
Inside!
Her husband is the psychic Claire saw.
She fell into a mountain river. Her body shut down. She went into hypothermia, which made her appear dead.
And why is your wife so convinced otherwise?
Because she's a zealot. All of this. Everything she's doing is to spite me.
Yeah, I don't know who to believe
Why
here.
would she spite you?
Because she knows I'm a fraud. Because I make my living as a psychic. You see, that's what I do. I gather intelligence on people and I exploit it. Every day, I meet people looking for a miracle,
So
desperate to find one.
it was a misdiagnosis from the coroner right there, and he didn't know she went into hypothermia. So as he was doing the autopsy, about to, you know, he might be dodgy, the coroner, because who obviously flirts on an autopsy tape? Like, who does that? That's so unprofessional. Like,
Never none to be had.
he probably just assumed she was dead.
Not in this world, anyway.
It's still a terrible experience either way.
Echo!
Maybe the question mark itself is like
What's up there? Do you see anything?
I don't see nothing.
the island terrain itself. That would be insane. Beautiful. It might be. It is! It ain't as big as I thought, but like, there we go. He just needed a clear view to see it. Needed the high ground, Obi-Wan Kenobi style. That's that M. Night Shyamalan thing, bro. Science.
It's salted.
What?
The earth has been salted so that nothing can grow.
They? What place?
The place that this plane fell upon, John. Come on.
That is possibly maybe the central station on the island. The one that connects all the hatches. There we go. We needed to hear that clank.
John!
And we need the axe to break into it.
Wait.
And the plot thickens, man. This is so good. So many fantastic aerial overhead wide shots with Locke and Echo this episode too.
May I?
Please. Be my guest.
This is the Locke we want. The curious Locke. The man on a mission Locke. The duty to the island Locke. Okay, we've been here before. We've been here before. At least we can see how deep this one is. So if I'm just trying to think. So if Sawyer said it takes him 20 minutes, I'm guessing so it takes 10 minutes either way to get from, all right, maybe an extra 5. I'm just trying to think, is this Sawyer at walking pace or running pace to get, you know, from the hatch to the beach and back? It takes him 20 minutes or 10 minutes either way, because I'm trying to think. So in between the characters deciding, or the 4 of them deciding to get back to the hatch last episode, and figuring out what went down, or not what went down, but what was about to go down. So 10 minutes, maybe 15, 20. So it all went down within that time frame, and it became nighttime during that period. So it must have been like sunset time.
I'm glad you're okay, man.
He ain't okay, man. Ever since they took Walt, he's descended into a different zone, man, into a different mind frame. Mindset. Okay. The logo's covered up on that Dharma logo. Or sort of like the central image is covered up. So is this where he watches from? Is he able to monitor everything that's going on the island? This is the VAR room? Or maybe monitor the stations themselves. Station 1, Station 2, Station 3. Well, it makes sense that, you know, the station our survivors, or the, you know, the hatch our survivors are on is probably functional, because Desmond kept it that way. And he was able to secure it from whatever happened on the island from the outside. Because all the other ones went to shit. Something clearly happened for them to end up in the state they were. The tail section survivors found. The medical station Claire was on. So something possibly got out of control. Okay, where does that chute go? To the man upstairs? To another facility?
John,
Oh, that's the video. That's the video. Is it the same orientation video? Oh no, 5 out of 6. Okay. Oh, so this logo has just nothing in it. It's just a circle. The pearl. Oh, that's crazy. Wasn't Bernard looking for pearls? When he, approached Jin, he's like, oysters, like pearl. I'm getting a pearl for my wife or something along the lines of that. And Jin's like, there is no pearls here. So it's a pearl. The symbol's a pearl, maybe.
This is the orientation film for Station 5 of Dharma Initiative. Station 5 for not only for posterity, but for the ongoing refinement of the initiative as a whole.
Ah.
As Kim DeGroot herself has written, careful observation.
Peter Jackson, what are you doing there?
True and complete awareness. Your tour of duty in the Pearl will last 3 weeks, and during this time, you and your partner will observe a psychological experiment in progress. Your duty is to observe team members in another station on the island.
So it is a human experiment.
These team members are not aware that they are under surveillance. What do these subjects believe they are accomplishing as they struggle to fulfill their tasks? You, as the observer, don't need to know. All you need to know is the subjects believe their job is of the utmost importance.
I wonder if they...
Remember, everything that occurs, no matter how minute or seemingly unimportant,
is all important.
must be recorded. Each time a notebook is filled with the fruits of your diligent observation.
So poetic.
No! Containers provided. Then, simply place the container in the pneumatic tube, and presto. It will be transported directly to us. At the end of your 8-hour shift, proceed to the Pala ferry, which will take you back to the village. On behalf of the DeGroots, Oliver Hansel, and all of us here at the Dharma Initiative, thank you.
I wonder if this guy's still alive.
Namaste, and good luck.
This guy's so... 1980. He'd be really old now. Not really old, but...
would you like to watch that again?
Yes. Oh.
No, I've seen enough.
And the rabbit hole goes deeper, man. So I'm guessing maybe the little tubes themselves, or the cylinder capsules, they go to the barracks, maybe, possibly. And it gets me interested. What happened? Why aren't the shifts still going on? Like, what happened? Where is the smoke monster as well? Where is Desmond? Like, it's what's Rousseau doing? It's crazy. The rabbit hole goes deeper and deeper. Like, it's so interesting.
I'm taking this back with us.
I'm sorry. Weren't you just watching the same thing I was?
Yes, Jim. And I believe the work you have been doing is more important now than ever.
Everything matters.
Work.
Pushing the button.
That's not work. That's a joke.
That's because Henry Gale got you thinking that way.
In a maze with no cheese.
It is work, John. We are being tested.
Well, then what is the reason, Mr. Echo?
We do it because we believe we are meant to. Isn't that the reason you pushed it, John?
I was never meant to do anything.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
Every single second of my pathetic little life is as useless as that button.
Let it out. Let it out. This is good.
You think it's important? You think it's necessary? It's nothing. It's nothing. It's meaningless. And who are you to tell me that it's not?
This Henry Gale infiltrating your mind, man.
That's flight 815 leaving from gate 23.
Oh, she was waiting for him at the airport. The daughter.
Said you were a good priest.
Who says?
Yemi?
Yemi.
Damn, man!
Speaking about my brother, it's not a joke. So you should be very careful what you see next.
I saw him when I was
Between places.
between
Damn.
places. He said that you would come and see me. He said that even though you were pretending you were a good man,
Did your father tell you to do this?
I want you to know that he will see you soon. He said that even though you don't have faith in yourself, he has faith in you.
Why are you doing this?
Yo, big up Charlotte,
What
man.
do you want from me? Why are you doing this to me?
Is everything all right?
Bro, they gotta stop with this.
He has faith in you. One day you'll believe me.
Oh man, if he saw Charlotte right now, he'd give her the biggest hug.
And because I betrayed him, he was shot and died. He was placed on a plane.
Come on,
which
come
took
on.
off from an airstrip in Nigeria, half a world from here. Then the plane that I was on crashed on this island. And somehow, here, I found my brother again. I found him in the same plane that took off from Nigeria, in the same plane that lies above us now, that has concealed this place. And I took this cross from around Yemi's neck and put it back on mine, just as it was on the day I first took another man's life.
The universe works in mysterious ways. Come on, Locke. We need to unlock Locke again.
I believe the work being done in the hatch is more important than anything. If you will not continue to push the button, John, I will.
So Henry is putting them to the test. He wants them to stop believing in pushing the button. That's why he sowed that seed of doubt in Locke's mind about, you know, it all meaning nothing. Is it just only a matter of time for Libby? Is she just barely hanging on? Is the heroin just like to sedate her, a painkiller?
Can I talk to her?
I'm sorry I forgot the blankets. I'm sorry I forgot the blankets.
Don't blame yourself, man. Come on.
Libby?
It's okay. He made it, Libby. It's okay. It's all right.
No. She's trying to... He looks terrified. She looks terrified. Hopefully... Hopefully Hurley maybe saw that in her right there. I know Jack was straight to the conclusion that, you know, Mike was fine and he possibly thought that Libby was worried about him. But hopefully Hurley understood that right there, that, you know, she had that terrified look on her face. She was scared when she said Michael. But did he give her the heroin to make her, like I was saying before, was it a painkiller? Was it a sedative to like ease her passing? Or to make her overdose potentially? So she wouldn't feel the pain anymore? That's a violation to give us that much hope with Libby. Or not much hope, but the hope with Libby this episode. Hello, Michael. Oh, that would be insane. What an episode, ladies and gentlemen. What an episode of Lost. That episode run I've watched today, that 3-episode run was crazy with episode 19, 20, and 21. A phenomenal episode yet again. And yeah, give me more of Locke and Mr. Echo together on this like sort of spiritual journey, and you know, understanding the island itself, being in awe of the island and its capabilities. Give me more of that. Give me more of that. I love it. I love it. Listen, good to see Michelle Rodriguez again this episode. You know, acting a little bit more with her appearance in Mr. Echo's dream. Seeing her lifeless body yet again did not help, because it was sad to see her go. It was sad to see her go last episode. And yeah, sad to see Libby go as well. That was touching. That was touching with Hurley. And you know, when I watched last episode, I thought to myself, you know, Hurley's not gonna have that, you know, final moment with her, because I thought she was gone. I didn't think she would, you know, continue to fight this episode, and she did. She went out fighting. And you know, I forgot the blankets. Oh man, that hurts. And Hurley and Saeed both lost loved ones on this island, or, you know, love interests, you know. Even Sawyer had that intimate connection with Ana Lucia. It's just, you know, you've been 2 months on this island with people, and you think to yourself, listen, they're strangers, but I think they share more of each other than they really think they do. And I think they'd be surprised themselves how much you bond with these characters, how much you care for them across this 2-month period. And Jack is going to have to, you know, probably speak at 2 more funerals now, you know, like he did with Steve or Scott initially, like he did with Boone, like he did with Shannon, and now he's got the burden of carrying or speaking out at, you know, Libby's and potentially Ana Lucia's funeral. And, you know, that connection as well Ana Lucia had with Jack's father was probably more of a connection than Sawyer had with Jack's father, but that would never, you know, that's never going to really come out because Ana Lucia is sadly gone now. Oh man, this show connects all the pieces of the puzzle in fantastic ways you'd never think of. Like the way the characters indirectly interact with each other in like a different time and place before the island is absolutely insane. Like I said during the last reaction, it's just, you know, walking by a stranger or having a little interaction with someone, for instance, during the day at a shopping center, or as you're walking here, as you're at this place. For instance, you might be at a place and talking to a receptionist and you think it's a one-time visit, and then you end up on an island with that receptionist. Do I know you for somewhere? Like, man, it's absolutely fantastic. Like, even like last episode, you know, Sawyer, Christian opening the car door into Sawyer. And then this episode as well, Mr. Echo interacting with the shrink that, the psychic, that Claire saw when she was first pregnant. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you guys are enjoying the journey with Lost just as much as I am, with the show at the moment. The roller coaster continues to provide many twists and turns, and yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. We are still on the ride, and the ride is far from over. The ride is definitely far from over, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely fantastic, and I'm loving every moment of it. I hope you guys are enjoying the reactions. It's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.